Hey guys,
Welcome back. It's August 4th.
happy birthday President Obama.
Cheers. Oh, I
Cheers.
have nothing to cheer.
Absolutely.
What are we doing today?
So, thank you for sticking around with us after a long hiatus. Today we want to talk about something totally different. We're gonna talk about wine, but we're gonna talk about something that I kind of invented for Kiyuka Cafe when we opened it 12 years ago, and we're carrying it in both places here in Upper East Side. Something that some sort of a wine snob deterrent. A lot of people are always, we talk about it all the time, a lot of people are always intimidated by wine talk of semi-professionals, especially those scary people in expensive restaurants that wear suits and insist to pour in you your bottle of Pinot Grigio and they call sommeliers.
We love those. Okay, so usually they separate by the region, right? Here's Italian wine, here's your Californian wine. We do a completely different classification, which is what?
So, just real quick, just to finish my point, the reason we decided to do these qualifications, people get intimidated, and we always say wine is wine. If you like it, you like it. So we decided to we have 5 categories on our wine list. It's sparkling and rosé. I'm sorry if you don't mind. Sparkling and rosé.
You need to put your glasses
classic
on because
and
you
unusual
can't see.
grapes and blends. Thank you. If you let me, I might. And that's for whites because rosé is usually classified as white. And for reds, we have classic, interesting, and unusual grapes and blends. So this way, people, when they see something that we're about to taste called Mencia, and I don't think if anybody here ever heard of that grape, would not be intimidated, would not go for something that they've heard of, which would be a Malbec, but we'll try.
Boring.
And we're gonna talk about 6 different wines.
So we're starting with the classic, right?
So no, the first category that we're gonna try is gonna be sparkling and rosé. And a lot when people say sparkling, they usually think about champagne or prosecco or cava. But in our particular case, we're gonna actually try something that is also could be in the category of unusual if it was not sparkling. Sparkling Pinot Grigio.
Sparkling Pinot Grigio, because Pinot Grigio is so boring.
Well,
Actually,
okay.
I drink. Okay,
No.
I'm
Pinot
sorry.
Grigio.
My turn. I drink Pinot Grigio when I visit my family in South Florida because there's nothing else to drink. Most of the time, when we go out to be on the safe side, I'll go with Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon Blanc from New
Actually,
Zealand.
I don't agree with you at all. In South Florida, they have Albarino everywhere, but you don't like Albarino. And you don't like Torrontés. Okay, for me, I love Torrontés, but we'll talk about it.
I'm sorry, what South Florida do you go to? It's Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand.
True.
Period.
Okay.
They also have some awful Riesling from Washington State, but nobody drinks that. So we're gonna try something very exciting. Isn't it a blend?
No, that's a pure Pinot Grigio grape. I believe it's just simply carbonated. I don't think it's
Fun.
It's a method champenois, even if they say
It isn't.
that.
But it's a Prosecco.
It's a nice dry.
Right?
Actually, this is a Pinot Grigio that I would drink. Actually, I'm probably gonna drink it later today.
Yeah.
But this is nice, and so this
Before
goes
the weather turns cold, you have to come by and try sparkling Pinot Grigio. This is definitely not a winter wine.
Now
but
we're moving
so
to
fun.
classic. So for classic, what would be the category of classic would be wines that everybody recognizes. So we have a Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc, and Riesling usually, because these are the major grapes, noble grapes. You heard about them, but Olga and I would not be us if we just poured the Californian Chardonnay. So this is Chardonnay
You've had
from
enough
the
of
Finger
those.
Lakes,
Finger
Lamoureux
Lakes.
Landing, one of our favorite wineries.
By the
One of
way,
few.
founded by the Wagner family, unrelated to Wagner.
But in the Finger
vineyards.
Lakes, everybody's a Wagner or Nap. like almost every person. There is two large families that came 300 years ago. Like a Nap is spelled with a K, and they're all unrelated.
And
to
it's
each other.
okay. Yes, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chardonnay. Why doesn't it have this like big oaky nose that you classic?
It really does. I believe it's they
No, I
age
like
it on
this
lees.
one. I'm not a fan of Californian Chardonnay.
Well, you're not a buttery Chardonnay person, but
No,
also you
not a
love Finger
buttery
Lakes.
person.
You love a Finger Lakes wine, and it's a typical Finger Lakes
I'm a
wine.
spiky, prickly Chardonnay
So
person.
to move without theme
Zesty.
and with the amount of time that we have left, I just want to say, so this is your example. It's a Chardonnay, but in our particular place, you see it under classic, but you have three different Chardonnays. One is from New Zealand that nobody actually ever expects. One is from the Finger Lakes, and one is a classic buttery Californian Chardonnay. So this way, you see classic, you don't think boring because you keep checking the categories.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. Babe, look at the camera. By the way,
No.
it's Ali's birthday tomorrow. Look how handsome he is.
Thank you.
You still, to me, you
This
still
is-
look the same way when I met you.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
was 3,000 years ago.
And that's why I remember that today is Obama's birthday, because somehow this person who does everything better than me managed to be born before me.
And he looks good.
Yep.
You look better.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so now for the unusual.
This was your turn to
so
say that I
now-
look better than Michelle.
You look better than Michelle. We have no time. We
Okay,
talk about
all right,
something.
moving
we
on.
have four more
Blend.
wines.
Blend.
So this is unusual grapes and blend. We decided to check the blend here. This is from Herman Weimer in the Finger Lakes. I'm not even sure a blend. I think it's.
I know the blend.
Yes.
Chardonnay, Riesling, and Gruner Veltliner. And I love the sweetness of
Oh, wow.
Riesling. Yep. I love the sweetness of Riesling, and it's nicely balanced by the dryness of Gruner's minerality and Chardonnay's dryness. Absolutely fantastic blend. If you see a blend on our menu and if you're not sure what it is, please ask us and also try. I don't like when people, I discourage people from asking what I like or what Ali likes. It doesn't matter. Please try this much.
And figure out what
all right?
you like, and
Figure
hopefully
out-
our categories will help you, so you don't have to look at some region that you never heard of in Italy and just see the name of the grape that you never heard of. So at least in our case, so let's say you're in the mood for something that you heard of. So there is classic on red as well, and now we have your classic, typical Californian oak Cabernet Sauvignon. Nothing wrong in it. I know also a lot of people, when they see our wine list, they try to shy away with the very typical wines, with very classic wines, but also remember
Boring.
that when we pick the wines, we actually, okay, well, thank you for advertising our place and our choices with this
It's a
wonderful
boring
face.
choice. It's classic. You've had this gazillion times. It's big, it's oaky. You've had it with the steak, you had it with lamb chops, you brought it to a wine dinner with your friends. Uncle Bubba brings it all the time. It's boring, okay? So it's the first one on the list. If you don't want to think about wine, you just want to sit and enjoy a glass,
Or if
go
you-
for it.
And also, I'm so sorry that you were just insulted by this wonderful, beautiful woman that looks better than Michelle Obama and younger and more spunky. But also, if you were just insulted, my apologies, because if you do like Cabernet Sauvignon, there is nothing wrong with that either. And if you want a regular, normal steakhouse Cabernet Sauvignon and you want to have it with your lamb burger, which would be a perfect match, enjoy it and don't listen
Yes,
to her.
okay. Something more exciting.
We're moving to
Anything.
interesting.
Interesting.
Now, although Cap Franc by now is probably could be moved to a classic, because 12 years ago when we first opened, Cap Franc would not be a wine that a lot of people heard of, but by now it's becoming more of a mainstream. This is made by Kelby Russell James, who happened to be a very interesting person. with a very interesting biography. He used
Did
to
you
be,
know that before he became a musician, he's also an economist?
So he graduated from two Harvard schools, School of Economy and School
Economics
of Music.
and
Economics and
music school.
Yeah.
And each bottle is accompanied by a specific song that he suggests you should listen to. I just listened to it. This one should be accompanied by In Circles by Sunny Day Real Estate. If I don't have to hear it for the rest of my life, it'll be too soon.
But
the wine is so
fantastic.
talented.
He's a great winemaker. He's a very interesting person. I happened to meet him once in person, but he belongs to the group of people that are so passionate about his product that if the boss that brought us there would not take us away from his winery, he would still be talking about his vintages until this moment.
And by the way,
and I admire that.
If you Google him, Kelby James Russell, he is an excellent writer, and I don't mean it lightly. This is not a compliment I give often. He's an excellent writer, and his passion for wine growing and winemaking absolutely appears in his writing.
So just also before we move to the next category, just wanted to tell you like which wines would make it to the interesting category. Not classic and not unusual. So see if you can see the pattern. So we have, besides this one, is Sangiovese from Puglia, Italy. We have a Côte du Rhône. We have a Gamay Noir from the Finger Lakes. So this is the idea. You probably heard of all of them, but they're not in a major wine group. You will not see them by the glass in the restaurant that you go to. That's why they're interesting. Now we're moving to the unusual. And in unusual, we have mostly the wines that you never heard of.
Which is our biggest category,
it's called
by the way.
unusual grapes and blends. So although in other categories we still have blends, a lot of them like Côte du Rhône, sometimes they add stuff to it. But in order to be an unusual grapes and blends, you have to be either clear blend or...
That's my mom.
That's Mr. Likely, first name's Cam.
Skim Likely, my favorite.
Yeah.
All right, let's try something unusual.
Okay, no, but I also want to talk. Let's try that first. So this is super unusual. The name of the grape is Mencia, which is a grape that actually semi-survived phylloxera crisis in Europe when Europe lost all of its crops. I'm sure everybody heard about it. And because
when Ali was a baby, 19th century.
Yeah, and because it did survive the phylloxera, it actually changed the phylloxera kind of changed it, and it thrives in Spain, it thrives in Portugal, but this one, out of all possible places, is from Willamette Valley, Oregon.
I thought it was pronounced Willamette.
It's Willamette. Google it.
Willamette.
Willamette.
I've been putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable all this time.
Yes, you did.
Okay. All right. My name is Olga. This is Ali. And this is Wine
We
Talk.
called Ali more often than Ali, so.
Okay.
Wow, oh my God, what a
Willamette.
what a nose. It's a Native American name. Or Indian.
Okay. Apologies. I
Okay.
stand corrected. First Nations.
First Nations are in Canada, but Oregon is not that far from Canada. Anyway, beautiful grape. I think whoever made a decision to grow it in the United States is a genius. I think the wine seller told me it's a person from Spain. I'm not sure. I think only would take a Spaniard to grow something that they grew up
Excellent.
with in the States. And that kind of concludes. I think we might talk about this again because I'm very passionate about this.
We will. And you're going to be looking at the camera while you're talking about it. But it's just so praiseworthy that you take an obscure grape that American palate's not familiar with and plant it and be committed to it, because this is a very long-term commitment. Unfortunately, a lot of wine growers in South America, in Chile specifically, are doing away with what they were doing for hundreds of years in favor of boring stuff like Cabernet and Malbec.
Okay, you know what? We're not tasting it right now, but actually we have, before I decided to try Pais today, and Mencia, this is an argument that we have going, that I totally don't agree with Olga. I think Chile has been experimenting with excellent, unusual things, and one of the wines...
Since 1500s. But now they're moving away to Malbecs. Now you're going to compete with Mendoza Valley?
Since 1990s, first of all. Let's not forget that one of the most popular wines in the world right now was discovered in Chile. It's called Carmenere, and the guy actually named it after his wife Carmen. So Chile is very robust. Olga and I have this...
See how other people name things after their wives?
Okay. I'm gonna name a drink after you.
All right, we're almost running into 16 minutes. Like, who watches anything for 16 minutes?
But you know
if
what?
you made it this way, please like the video. Please comment under this video.
And subscribe.
And subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. And happy birthday, Barack Obama, again.